I just watched Joe and Jada, I, and they was talking about top 5 hip hop songs of all time. That was Joe's idea. Jada didn't really want to do it, and I don't blame him. I don't like that either, to be honest with you, because I'm one of them people like saying to go to the NBA, to go to basketball. It's too many different eras, too many different players. If you tell me who's the GOAT of R&B, it's too many different eras, too many different players. But my favorite is R. Kelly and Al Green. Those are my two favorites. And I'm a big Prince fan. But I don't consider Prince as R&B. I can consider Prince as an artist, a pure artist. Kind of like me. But one song I want to say, and I'm going to title this after it. One song that I can say during my era that shook the earth. When this motherfucking song dropped, when you heard it, it shook the earth. When Tupac got released first, now he had got shot up. They gave him that old fake ass rape charge. They know that man ain't do that, and they played him. And he stayed in the headlines because he was shooting off-duty cops, beating up movie producers and all kinds of crazy stuff. Every time he turned around, Pac was caught up in something. But after he got shot up, then on a day, a year later, the same day after he got shot up, they killed Stretch. And if y'all don't know who Stretch is, he was all over Thug Life album. That was one of Pac homeboys, and he was there when Pac got shot up that night. But man, see, my mom and them had moved to Woodmill on the West Bank of New Orleans. But before the album dropped, they had moved again to Kenner. So I used to have to drive to school. Well, when people start hearing California Love, we all found out the date that Pac album was about to drop. Man, they had cats on the day that album dropped. Because I was going to John Eric, and he used to have a mall right next to it. And they had music stores in there. On the day that album dropped, people, once the mall opened up, people would skip to school going by that All Eyes on Me. I didn't do it because I used to I'm a nerd. And plus I used to like to watch the girls, even though I really ain't holler at none of them because I kept trying to holler at this teacher, this fine ass teacher, fine ass black woman. I used to be after the teacher. I didn't want the little girls. I wanted the woman. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just telling you where my mind frame at. I like mature women. But anyway, after school, because I used to have to drive from Kenner to John Eric. So I went over there. I can't remember the name of the store, the music store. But anyway, I bought All Eyes on Me. See, after school, and I got in that car, I popped that CD in. And I could hear other people playing it, but I couldn't tell what they was playing because they was getting in their little cars and going wherever they was going anyway. But when I heard, I won't deny it, I'm a straight rider, you don't want to fuck with me, got the police busting at me, Cause they can't do nothing to a G. Let's get ready to rumble. And then, that beat went to dropping and you could hear him mumbling in the background. Man, the whole earth shook. The whole earth shook. Cause you knew, see, if you was living during that time, you'd know what I'm talking about. You knew it was on. You done shot me up. You done set me up on a fake ass rape charge. Nigga is war. This is before niggas heard, before Hit 'Em Up even came out. When that album first dropped, Hit 'Em Up was the B-side of California Love. But when you heard, he told the whole story about everything he had been going through. The fake ass rape charge, him getting shot up. He told it, he was telling it all, and he was letting you know it's war. So many battlefield scars by driven in plush cars. This life as a rap star was nothing without God. A born, buff, and rugged, addressing the mass public. My attitude is fucking cause motherfuckers love it. Man, when I heard that, man, I'm telling you, the whole earth shook. Cause I knew it was about to go down. Now, I couldn't predict that him and Biggie both was gonna die. But I knew people was gonna die when I heard that. I ain't gonna lie, I like Biggie, and I thought them two was gonna stay alive. But I knew somebody was about to die when I heard that song. Besides Stretch, a few people was about to die when that nigga dropped that. The whole earth shook. Cats after that All Eyes on Me album and they seen that cover, they had cats that was actually going to get all the tattoos that he had. Cats that never had a tattoo was going to get tattoos. Now me, I ain't got no tattoos. I don't like needles. And plus the fact I'm a nerd. But that was a earth shaker. And I don't see how Joe and Jada missed that. That's what really kicked it off. Well, Who Shot Ya kicked it off when Puffy dropped that. But Biggie had been made that. But Puffy did that shit being messy. He shouldn't have never dropped that motherfucking song after this man got shot. That was some shit he should have held back. And they should have contacted Pac and talked to him like men and kept that shit gentle. Kept it gentlemanly. Let me say that. Kept it gentlemanly. Because I believe both of them brothers could have still been here if Puff wouldn't have never dropped that Who Shot Ya. But when that nigga came out and dropped Ambitions as a rider, telling you everything he was going through and been through, you knew it was war. And anybody who knew anything about Tupac back then, you know this nigga will snap off. He one of them niggas that he was a crash out. He was a crash out. But I hope Joe and Jada hear this, because they missed a jewel. 50 Cent dropped a bunch of dope ass songs. I'm not taking away from him. DMX dropped a bunch of dope ass songs. I'm not taking away from him. Snoop dropped a bunch of dope ass songs. Scarface, it's a bunch of dope ass artists, but that one song made the whole fucking earth shake. If you was living during that time, you know what I'm talking about. Once you heard Ambitions as a rider, it's like the earth shook. But that's my little take on it. I'm not gonna name no top 5, top 10 songs of all times or none of that. Because really and truly, it's so many dope ass songs and dope ass artists that, I mean, you actually be wasting your time. If you go around, to 100 different cities and ask, let's say, 5 people out of every one of them 100 cities, that's 500 people. Shit, you gonna get 500 different answers. Because everybody has lived a different life, had different experiences, so they relate to different things. Like, some people eat their watermelon with salt, some people add sugar. Some people add sugar to their grits. Some people add salt. I mean, it's too many different experiences, but I know that one song, that's when the East-West war broke out for real. It was on and popping, and you knew it. And another thing I want to say, all them New York artists that was out at that time, when Pac dropped All Eyes on Me, them niggas got real quiet. In New York, y'all know it. Whether you want to say it or not, niggas got real quiet. Tupac used to be all on the East Coast. Niggas from New York were scared to go to the West Coast and wasn't saying nothing. While he flashing out. But that's my little take on that thing. If you really want to know, go through the timeline back in that time. You know, it's Google, it's YouTube, it's all kinds of ways you can watch it. But you can see where it came to a boiling point. When you heard Ambition as a rider, oh yeah, that baby was about to give birth. Well, that woman was about to give birth to that baby. That was the boiling point. Y'all have a wonderful night. I'm about to go inside and go to sleep.